country is lucky to have someone like Ram, because they've groomed a lot of the IT talent in the country.
He, the man of few words, with great achievements.
He's an exceptional person because he's always there when you need him, and he's very soft-spoken and a great listener above all.
I really appreciate Ram's sense of patriotism. I think it is a very fine example of the best which Indian entrepreneurs and Indian business can bring to India.
I have worked with him and have had the pleasure of being with him with great dedication, grown TCS into the company that it is today.
I worked with a computer company by the name of NCR in the US, and then got hired by Tata's in 1972. When we started the organization in 1968, there was nothing by the name of software that existed. All it was a data center which did some manual automation, record keeping. So what we did early was to bring certain high-end technologies into the country. That is when we imported the Burroughs machine in 1974, which was one of the most pioneering efforts. The thing would be, why do you want to get into this headache? But then we said that if you want to push the envelope, bring technology at some stage into the country when it emerges, then the best thing to do is to invest for the future. You look at financial services system, a stock exchange trading system where you got to connect 100 locations, 1,000 locations through a VSAT network and then do the trading, but a single instance of everything that happens with regard to the people who trade on the system itself or trade on the exchange.
Take the stock exchange system for NSE, the depository for NSDL, the State Bank of India project, or the Ministry of Company Affairs, or the NREGS. Any number of these projects, mission mode projects, or a project which will create an institution, he pretty much led it from the front.
So I think you keep learning both technologically and domain ways, and then the application of some of these expertise becomes possible because that's where the opportunities are, that's where the maximum spend is.
Quality of work or the quality of customer services by branches, that's going down. So that was the only time, at the very beginning when it was Ramadurai and Chandra, they both came to my office. They both, accepted this challenge, and the way they rose to the occasion, I think they pulled out people from wherever, there were people, who could do whatever had to be done.
You find a bunch of people who don't market themselves well, but who always promise and deliver exactly the same thing. So they really stretch to make that delivery happen. So they're low-key, very good on execution, and that takes for the right kind of skilling and knowledge levels.
When a top is spinning so fast, you are looking to improve your processes, you're looking to improve bureaucracy. Otherwise, the top will spin out of control. So I think he's managed that tension of keeping the skin of the top, keeping the structure, the balance which is within a spinning top, and making the company grow, but bringing along with it some innovation, some entrepreneurship.
The Ministry of Corporate Affairs, which is a fairly recent phenomena, where you do the digitization of all the company information.
today I can just travel anywhere. There is no constraint that that this 28th day and within 2 days I am supposed to file. I've got to be here. I can't move out of this place within the next 2 days. That constraint is not there.
We can file 24/7 from anywhere. That is one important thing. And inspection of documents. Earlier you had a restriction, you have to visit the offices and only in the limited time available you have to do the inspection. But now any ROC office we can do the inspection.
So you have done business model changes, you have done scale changes, you have done technology of different kinds, and we have done some enormous amount of deployment to reach out through the government hospital system.
We get a complete record of the patient. It helps us to see any record at any time. It helps us in even writing a prescription, which is beneficial to doctor as well as to the patient.
મને મેડમે કહ્યું કે બ્લડ ટેસ્ટ લેબોરેટરીમાં કરી આવો. મેં લેબોરેટરી ટેસ્ટ કરાય, બ્લડ ટેસ્ટ કરાવેલું અને ડાયરેક્ટ કોમ્પ્યુટર મારફતે મેડમને મળી ગયા છે.
What we did in the NREGA was to look at the 33 years of data in Maharashtra and found out that what are the kind of leakages, what are the kind of schemes that have been done, what are the kind of bogus registration, etc., and said that if you have to do anything to make sure that the beneficiary at the end of the day got the intended delivery in terms of money to him or her, digitization was the only way to plug the leakages and to scale up the way we wanted.
Clearly, he is a man of vision. I also find that he has used the Tata consultancy capabilities for various other initiatives that could be of national importance.
Some of the most pioneering efforts in this country were done by TCS, and the contribution is not only just applying technology to some of these sectors, but more importantly reaching out to the people to make sure that they had the opportunity to transact with these institutions in real time, and the divide between access and no access became almost extinct.
Ram has a passion, a commitment, a focus of skill upgradation, how to give talent to these fresh recruits that he has had. And he's personally taken a huge amount of interest on skill building.
The scale of this problem is 93% of the workforce in the country is in the unorganized sector and only 7% is in the organized sector.
After he retired full-time, the Prime Minister has called him and made him an advisor to the National Skill Development Council. That role fits him very aptly because he's done that year after year.
The Prime Minister has made a very wise choice. And whereas we are overtaken in the public domain by a lot of noise, I think Ramadurai's choice is keeping in character with his understatement, keeping a low profile and delivering big.
The number of graduates based on our demographic size and the demographic census says that you better produce jobs for at least 15 to 18 million people additional that are coming into the job stream every year.
He's a multifaceted person. He is, he's quite committed and he's very involved in concerned about giving back to society, giving back to the less fortunate people in our country, and by involving himself and his wife Mala also in a number of social projects.
I started a movement in TCS called Maitri. So whenever we travel, I used to meet the employees and talk to them, interact with them, talk to their families. So that was something very, very rewarding and something which I felt would make things easier all around, even in TCS with so many absentee husbands. There were times when you just want to discuss something, or you want to make up your mind about something. You'd like to talk it over, and he's not there. everybody has got some choices and some shortcomings or whatever. I mean, some things you wish were not the same as you have in life. But that is part of life.
I wish I was young and entering the stream again, because the journey is the next 50 years, the next 40 years are going to be as exciting or more exciting, how to be a part of that. Second is how much of time you spend with the family along this journey. Today, because the work and the family have got so intertwined, it is like, are we in a time where we could have spent time with the family or whatever it is. But I think having said that, we all learn to do an integration of work and family life, and the balance it comes with it.